The metaverse will make us all multi-millionaires. Let me explain. Last week in business, Facebook Inc., the parent company to popular social media apps such as Instagram, Facebook, and even WhatsApp, decided to change its name to Meta to reflect its new ongoing focus into the creation of a new market called the Metaverse. But what is the Metaverse? To keep it super simple, if you want to think about it, the Metaverse is basically like Ready Player One. I don't know if you remember that movie. I highly suggest you watch it again. But a more advanced definition of what the Metaverse is, these will be interconnected virtual communities where people can meet, work, play using virtual reality headsets, augmented reality glasses, smartphone apps, or other devices. But how will this make us multi-millionaires though? First and foremost, when a Fortune 100 company does anything, it's important for everyone to pay notice. But this is even more crucial in the fact that this Fortune 100 company, Facebook, well, Meta now, is now creating a market that is still relatively new that leads a large opportunity for investors and creators to go in and actually get a piece of it. That's the key portion of how this is going to make us all multimillionaire. The reality is this is similar to the creation of the internet. I don't know if you remember the dot-com boom era back in the early 90s. Everyone was rushing in. And of course, we had some beautiful businesses that came out of that, such as Amazon, Google, even like the first iteration of Yahoo. All of these companies have now gone on to be super successful, trillion-dollar companies at this point. And that was all coming from that market being created back then. So this is the time where a new market is spearheaded by one of the greatest companies in existence today. It's time for us, our generation, to actually back it and be a part of it. And this is how we can do that. Now, I created this post, and it basically just has my assumption of how I feel the rollout will go. First and foremost, I do believe that they're going to start with gaming. Again, Ready Player One. If you remember, that was the biggest core thing of Ready Player One, which was the games inside of that virtual world. This is going to be core to getting a lot of users. Remember, a lot of people spend a lot of money and time on watching games through Twitch and other media. So they're going to be rolling it out with that in mind. Companies that are now enacting the hybrid model, that means people can either work from home or go into the office. They're going to be enacting this software, especially as we're going through what's going on right now, the pandemic. They're going to be looking for a way to kind of keep that physical space environment alive even while people are working from home. And that's where online meetings are going to be big. As you remember last year, a lot of money was made by Zoom for this exact reason. Now, the Metaverse is going to take it to the next level. Now, these are just some essential projects that I believe will be blowing up because of this. In the virtual reality space, it's Decentraland is a project that I'm looking at right now, which is a virtual reality platform powered by Ethereum blockchain that allows users to create, experience, and monetize content and application. Think of it as a virtual reality space of full creation, The Sims. Another one in the virtual reality space is the Sandbox, which allows you to play, create, and own and govern a virtual world made by players. In a sense, this is taking an ideal of real estate and bringing it to the virtual space, as well as adding the gaming aspect and community building aspect as well. I think that's going to be a really cool project to look into as well. In the gaming side, I believe in Arcana and also Wilder World, which are both virtual reality games based upon NFTs that are based in NFT world. Now you're probably saying, oh, all of these are some new Web 3.0 blockchain projects, but that's not just it. Remember, this new ideal, this metaverse, needs to be put together utilizing some of the more prominent companies that are on the stock market today. Think about it. It's going to use a lot of different hardware and software, and those are going to be necessary to have, some more established companies that are in those spaces to help keep it propped up. My favorite picks for that is NVIDIA. And if you know your computer parts, you know NVIDIA is important for when it comes to creating chips for graphics for any computer or game. NVIDIA is the king of that. And that's why NVIDIA is actually rising with this news as well, because we're assuming that these new VR headsets and as well as these new VR devices are going to be using NVIDIA chips to prop it up. Other sectors that are going to be pushing this up as well are going to be needed in the spaces of cybersecurity, cloud storage, areas such as, again, other software and hardware places for CPUs or stuff. So you just have to keep looking. You just have to keep looking. But if this is something that you want to learn more about, I will be spending all of November talking about all of the different companies that I believe will be essential to this project of creation of this metaverse. And if you want to actually learn more about that, I'm creating a Discord group where I will share the companies that I see. You can share the companies that you want to see as well that you think are going to be a part of this. Now, if you are interested in this, just DM me the words metaverse and I'll add you to the Discord group. It's 100% free. But yeah, this is going to be something super essential for our generation to embrace. This is going to be the gold rush of the internet boom back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And this is the time for us to embrace that, not just as creators, but as investors, even small investors. The metaverse, man, it's here. Ready Player One is here. Thanks for watching my video on the metaverse. Now, really quickly, I'm creating a Discord group full of crypto enthusiasts, programmers, and other entrepreneurs that are going to share their picks for upcoming plays that are going to be essential to the metaverse creation. So that means other stocks, other cryptos, NFT projects, everything that we believe that is going to be essential to the creation of this metaverse. Now, the crazy thing about this group that we want to focus on, we're going to focus on providing actual documentation and proof to the reason why we are actually saying these things are going to be essential. So it's not just going to be throwing, stock names out there. We're going to explain what the function is going to be and how is it going to be useful to the entire ecosystem as a whole for the metaverse. If you are interested in that, you have to DM me the words metaverse. I'm going to give a special discount to the first 5 people that actually reach out. You guys are going to get 50% off. Everybody else, you got to have to pay full price. But if you're interested, again, DM me the words metaverse, and I'll get you into the group as soon as possible.